everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Today it's going to be another video of the Faithful Ghost and Other Child's House, because that video turned out to have the most views. I didn't check today. I checked like yesterday. Yeah, I checked yesterday and it got the most views. So I decided to make another video of those because, yeah, I want to get more views. So, yes. Today we're gonna read the next story, and if you haven't watched that video yet, then go on my channel. That was the first video of this channel, but this is the third one. Yes. So, yeah. I'm so ready for this. I'm like, let's do this. I really like this book because I told you guys before that I've read it before, so yeah. Today is your day. Because if you don't have the book, go subscribe to my channel to be a part of the readership, and you'll get this book. Not for free. I mean, like, you'll get to, like, read it because it's the only copy I have, and also well, anyways, let's go into the video. So the first one was The Faithful Ghost and Other Child's House, wasn't it? But before starting, we're going to do this Guess What? Which is about the story we're going to read. And I know everything about it, but it's going to for you. So I got my pencil. Wait, my pencil's not in there. I'll just get my pencil. There, I've got the pencil, and guess what? Match the main character in the next story, meeting Mrs. Dumoise. I don't know how to pronounce it. Dumoise. I need a dictionary for this, so I know how to pronounce it. Like, not a dictionary, like, not a book dictionary. I'm gonna go get my mom's phone and see what it calls and see how to pronounce it, and then see you guys after that. Meeting Mrs. I think it's Mrs. Meeting Mrs. Dumoise. And yeah. Very soon after the story begins. Do you know? Let me know in the comment section down. Oh wait. It's not comment section. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. Do you know? Go get a book, and I'm gonna tell you guys all the things and the things. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Go get a notebook and pause the video. Go get a notebook and write A, B, C, D, E, F, G. E, F. No G. A, B, C, D, E, F. I'm waiting. No more waiting. I hate waiting. It's tough. Okay. You got it? Good. Now go, after you write it, A, B, C, D, E, F, tick beside them after. Listen to me carefully. Die soon after the story begins. What do you think of that? Let me know in the comments. Stop saying that, okay? I'm done. What do you think of that? Tick or nothing? Sees a ghost. Is a doctor. Is very frightened. Is very sad when his wife dies. Gives Ramadas a message. Was he a doctor? Okay, I know these two things that are true about Mr. Dumoise. This phone is super helpful though. Got it?
Dumoise.
Dumoise. Dumoise. Dumoise. Dumoise. This is about Mr. Dumoise. Mrs. Dumoise does die. She doesn't see a ghost. She's not a doctor. She's not frightened. And she doesn't have a wife because she's a lady. Okay, whatever. Let's go into the story. Meeting Mr. Dumoise by Rudyard Kipling. I'm sorry if I pronounced that name wrong. It's going to be right over here or there or anything. It's going to be on the screen, wherever on the screen. But yeah, it's going to be on the screen and you can pronounce it yourself, but I don't know how to pronounce it. This story can be explained by people who know about ghosts. I've lived long enough in India to know it's best just to tell things the way they happened. Dumoise worked as a doctor in Meridki. That's going to be on the screen too, and so this word I'm reading. In the Punjab, in the northwest of India. He was a round, sleepy little man. And he married a young woman as round and sleepy looking as himself. So embarrassing. After their wedding, they forgot about the rest of the world and were very happy. Life in Meridki went a quiet while without them. Went on quite well without them. Dumoise was wrong to shut himself away from the world, as he discovered when there was an epidemic of typhoid and lost in Meridki, and his wife became ill with the disease. 5 days were lost before he realized she had more than just a fever. 3 more days passed before he visited Mrs. Schultz, the engineer's wife, and spoke to her in a nervous way about his trouble. She almost hit him around the ears. "It's a crime. You waited so long to tell someone," she said, and went off immediately to care for the poor woman. 7 people in Meridki caught typhoid that winter. And for 56 days, we fought in a disease and brought them back to the world of the living. So let's just cut over here. This epidemic they're fighting on, it's just like the one that we are fighting in right now. I don't know if it kills people, if theirs kill people, but ours have been going on for a whole year. I mean, yeah. And I've been in quarantine for so long, and that's why I started this channel. I was super bored, and I used to make videos and then just delete them on my iPad, but once I made this kind of like a movie thing, but the fan was on and it's so loud when it's on. It was summer by then. It was like very hot then. And when my dad saw it, he said I can make any video I want and post it on his YouTube channel. But then I was like, can I start my own YouTube channel? And he was like, okay, you can do it. And I was glad. Like, who's gonna not be happy if they start a YouTube channel that easy? So I decided to make a truth or dare video with him, but he kind of just went out of the video and he was like, I'm not making this video. Because he lost a lot of dares. And after, I decided to make a video of my own, which was reading the first part of this book. I was wearing that red t-shirt, which was very thin then. Like, I don't know if thin and thick, I don't know about them, but it was like so perfect timing for that outfit. But now it's like good for long sleeve outfits. And the pandemic they're fighting, all this top was about the pandemic they are fighting in is quite like the ones that we are right now. Make sure you stay home and keep yourself entertained. You can just buy a book, but not outside. Kind of order a book. And maybe sometimes your sister or your brothers, your sisters, your brothers, your sister, your brother, whatever, has a book and you can borrow it from them to read them, you know. I mean, that's going to be super easy. Just ask them, but be sure to be nice to them. And keep yourself entertained for whenever. But there's one thing you should know. You should still learn. So, let's get back into the video. My pencil's just fell off. I'm going to try to get it off with my leg. But that's impossible. There, got my pencil back. And let's go back to the reading. Just when we thought it was all finished, little Mr. Dumoise became worse again and died in less than a week. Mrs. Dumoise became worse again and died in less than a week. Everyone went to the funeral. Dumoise started crying at the edge of the grave and was taken away by friends at once. After his wife's death, Dumoise went back to their house alone. He didn't want to help. He did his job well, but they all told him he should take a holiday. Dumoise was grateful for the idea and went to the hills in northeast India and on a walking tour. He took a gun and a big camera with him, hoping to take lots of photographs and forget his grief. A useless Indian servant went with him. So all the highlighted words in this page are right here, and I'm going to read it for you. First word was Dumoise, which is how you pronounce it here, but we already know how to pronounce it because that's what a phone is good for. And the other one is pandemic, when a lot of people have the same illness at the same time. That is basically what we are fighting in right now. Coronavirus. I don't care about it though. My mom's at home. Typhoid, an illness where you get a bad stomach and fever and red spots on your body. That is chicken pops. I don't know. That's chicken pops. I've got chicken pops. I was 4 years old when I got it, and I'm so glad because now I can always go. Last year, someone in our class got chicken pops and we were having an exam and he had to go back home. But I was glad, I was super glad that I got chicken pops first when I was 4 years old because I couldn't even catch it. So yeah. Disease, illness. Fever, when you get a very hot because you are ill. Nervous, a little afraid. Funeral, a time when a dead person is put underground. Servant, a person who works for some rich. Rich. I'm so dumb in this video, I don't know why. I'm sorry about all that sound and noise. That is my little brother. He loves to shout. He's always like, that was weird. To help with his language. The man was lazy and not very honest, but he'd been his wife's favorite, most faithful servant, and Dumoise was happy to let him manage everything. And Dumoise was happy to let him manage everything. On his way back from the house, Dumoise went to a place called Baggy. The house where walkers can stay there is open to the wind in the bitterly cold place. He stopped at 7 o'clock in the evening, and his servants went down the hillside into the village and carriers for the next day. The sun had gone down, and it was windy. Dumoise stood in front of the house, waiting for a man to come out. But he returned almost immediately, and so quickly that Dumoise thought he'd probably met some wild animal on the way. He was running as hard as he could, up the side of the hill. When he reached Dumoise, he fell down on his feet, blood coming out of his nose, and his face was gray with fear. And then said, I've seen Mam Sahib. So the only highlighted word in here was Mam Sahib, and that's the word Indian servants use for British women. Next page. But before we read this next page, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of magic trick. So come with me. Very messy room, trust me. Please don't fall. I'm in myself. I mean, nothing else could fall. There is my chair. I'm going to show you guys under that there's nothing there to make sure that there is nothing. That's the only place you can stuff something in. And you saw that there was totally like nothing in there. You saw. Just so you know, nothing in my hand, nothing in my sleeves, because my sleeves are so small. Abracadabra. I got a pencil out. I got this pencil out. This is a kind of a FaceTime trick. So all you need to do is put a pencil on the floor. And it has to share like this. So instead like turns like flat. And then you have this like little hole. And then you say you saw that there's nothing in there. While you're saying that, put the pencil in place with no noise. Mine made a little noise this time, but you make sure you don't make any noise. And then show them that there's nothing in there. And then and sometimes it falls, so you just gotta put it back on while the camera's facing yourself. It's so hard to get it back in there, trust me. It's like super hard to get it back in. You saw that there's totally nothing in there. Just say that to your friends. And then give them this. 3, 2, 1. I got a pencil. I got a pencil out. That's how you do the trick. Easy, right? Back to our video. Okay. Where? Asked Dumoise. Down the road to the village. She was in a blue dress and she looked at me from under her hat and said, Ramda, say hello to my husband and tell him I'll meet him next month in New Delhi. Yeah. And I ran away because I felt very afraid. I don't know what Dumoise did. And Dad said he walked up and down in front of the house and waited for the Mem Sahib and to come up the hill, holding out his arms in front of him like someone who was crazy. But no Mem Sahib came, and the next day Dumoise traveled onwards to Simla and the summer home of British government in the North India. He asked Ramdas an endless question about what had happened to him in Baggy along the way. Ramdas only said he met Mr. Dumoise. She looked at him under his hat, and had said the words he would repeat, who never changed his story. I don't know where New Delhi is. I've never been to New Delhi. Where were we? I've never been to New Delhi. I don't know what. I don't want to go there, even if I'm paid twice what I usually get to go. He added. New Delhi is a Bengal in southern India, and it has nothing to do with a doctor working in Punjab. That is more than 12 Dumoise passed through Simla without stopping, and then went to Merdaki. There he met the doctor who had taken his place at the hospital while he was away. This man was an old friend of his, and they talked for a day about work. In the evening, Dumoise told the man what had happened in Baggy. In the moment, the telegram boy ran in with a telegram from the government office in Simla. Dumoise read it with interest. It said, Kolora, a pandemic at New Delhi. Bengal government needs help. Punjab government sending you there. Cholera. It's kind of close to corona. We're just gonna call it cholera. I'm gonna call it that for now because I don't know how to pronounce it. Gotta have the phone. Why are they doing that to my door? Cholera is still in touch with humans in the summer. But this summer, Corona take over the place. Oh yeah. Dumoise threw the telegram on the table. Well, he cried. The other doctor said nothing. The other doctor said nothing. What could he say? And then he remembered Dumoise had passed through Simla. Did you hear about this already and take the job in order to make an end of your... He began, but Dumoise stopped him. Not at all. It's the first I've heard of it, but if death comes for me, I won't be sorry. In the half light of the other man helped to put Thomas's things in his bags. Ram Das came in with a light. Where's the Sahib going? He asked. To New Delhi, answered Dumoise softly. At that, Ramdas fell on the floor, putting at Thomas's legs, asking him not to go. He cried and moaned until he was told to leave the room. Then he put all the things together and came to ask for a reference. I'm not going to New Daya to see Sahib die, and perhaps die myself, he said. So Dumoise said, paid him, gave him a reference, and went to New Daya alone. 11 days later, he joined his Imam Sahib and the Bengal government had to find a new doctor to fight the epidemic in New Daya. For Dumoise lay dead from cholera in the hospital there. And there is only 4 highlighted words in this page. And there's one in here. So the one here is the government, the people who control a country, and then 4 here is the first one is a telegram, a very short letter that you send very quickly. Cholera, stomach illness you get from drinking dirty water, which can kill you. Sahib, the word Indian servants use for British man for friends. A letter from a past employer saying how well you work that you can show when you're looking for a job. And that's the end of the story. And if you want more of the Faithful Ghosts and Other Tall Tales, then let me know in the comments. Let me know by giving the video a big thumbs up and subscribing to my channel, because I can see if you have subscribed or not. I mean, I can see how many people have subscribed to my channel, so I can also see how many people have liked my video. So, hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did, then please give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. Bye!